This is my first simple attempt at repairing the crack in this kayak. I've already lined it back up. I lined it back up here as much as I could. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some wire mesh. Actually, what I ought to do is go get my drill and drill a little hole here so this crack will stop. But I'm going to run my wire mesh. It's not going to be this wide. A little wire mesh over it, over and down. Ooh. I might be able to do that with a single piece going all the way from there up and over. Yeah, that's somebody else's really bad repair there. I don't even know what the hell they thought they were doing. They were just putting a little on the surface. So what I did was I put two 15-pound weights in there, put the front side up to close that crack. So we'll see what happens for now. As you can see here, I've already started the repair. I put a wire mesh going along the crack. Here's the tip of it. I haven't gone to the bottom yet. But what I'm doing is I'm melting the mesh into the plastic, is what you're supposed to do. I see a lot of people taking the mesh, laying it down, and then melting plastic onto it. That's not going to stick because this plastic isn't hot. So right now I had that seam closed, as you saw in the first part of the video. And then over here, I've taken some of this plastic, which is from Little Tykes or Play School, whatever, structure. And I've already melted. What I did was where the crack was, I melted the edges of this soldering iron. Where is it? Right there. I melted down into the seam so that the two sides are melted together. And now I'm going in with this. This is going to go, where am I? This is going to go in here like this. And what's cool about this wire mesh is that it'll conform to whatever you're putting it on, you know. So when you look here, I'm just conforming it to this thing, and kind of keeps the shape that you put in it. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. and you can actually, you know, make it follow a crack too. So I'm just showing you what I'm doing right now, and then I'll come back in a second after I've got most of this welded or melted into place. Okay, it's a few minutes later, just to give you an update of where I'm at. So that's what it looks like after I've melted the mesh in. What's nice is, like I said, the mesh conforms to the plastic. I've only done it up to that edge there, and I don't know if you can see what I'm doing or not. Once the plastic melts, it kind of acts like putty. Just smears like butter. So when you see these videos of people that are taking the mesh, melting plastic onto it, that is not what you do, because it's not going to hold. you got to make sure this mesh is melted into the kayak or the canoe or boat or whatever the hell your bumper or whatever you're fixing. Because these guys that are making these videos, it's their first video. So look at that. Compared to what it looked like before, that's kind of what it looked like before over there. Except this one cracked and went all the way over. I'm going to catch that one before it does it. So, just to give you an idea, the correct way to wire mesh your crack. And like I said, I put these 15-pound weights in here to weight it down while I was working on it. I mean, I could take them out now, and I'm pretty sure this is going to hold, because it feels solid now. Before, when I did that, it sounded hollow. I guess I didn't record it, but there you go. I might take some black plastic and white plastic and redo that lettering. But here's what I've got so far. Let's see here. Show you what I got. It's coming out pretty good. So I sealed it, and then I put the wire mesh, and now I'm putting plastic over the wire mesh. I need to, once I get done, I'll heat the whole thing with a heat gun and then smooth it all out. But yeah, just got a little ways to go here. I was seriously thinking about not fixing this kayak, but I mean, this is only the only real bad crack. It's got this one, and then it's got that one that's over here. That one's also an easy fix. Plus, I have access to the inside, so that one I can actually touch better from the inside. This one is just so thin in here. Once I get to this side, I'm probably gonna take a couple of dabs of this and run them on the, just like little dab, like what do you call them? Tack welding. Maybe one here, one here, one here, one here on the inside, just for extra support. But this ought to hold well enough, because if you see what I did here, as I'm melting, I was going back and forth across, so it's got these little ribs going all across the crack, all the way down. And then I'm putting this plastic over the top, and I'm heating, making sure both surfaces, because yeah, if that wasn't stuck, I wouldn't be able to. I'd be able to pop this off. This part's not stuck, but yeah, if you just take plastic and heat it onto the surface, you take a little spatula or something and hit it, it's gonna pop right off. This won't pop off. I mean, it might in a couple of spots, but I think I did all right. All right, here's where I'm at so far. When I got to here, I switched to white plastic, which is this. Look, see, that's the best plastic you can use for a kayak. Go find little toys. This one's like a little bassinet thing. I've been using this for a few years. It works really good on Hobies because they're almost the same color. Anyway, so I went from green to white. I've gone around I didn't even realize it had this lip here, which is actually pretty good. Anyway, this is where I'm at so far. No more crack. I gotta work on that one. And these little cracks are easy. I'll just do the wire mesh like I did on this one. This is somebody else's repair. Looks like they did okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it. Yeah, they didn't do anything on the inside. They didn't do anything on the inside. So I'll wire mesh that. I'll probably do this one on the inside and on the outside. Then there's a little crack up here. They probably were storing it, hanging from that. Actually, those are bolts. Oh, it goes two ways. So, yeah, I guess I will repair that. Either that or just seal it and put a plate underneath this for support, because it's probably just, no, there's actually 2 little bubbles in there where the screws screw to. So they're probably 1/4 20 screws. So let me pull this booger out in the sun. Oh shoot, forgot I had the iron plugged in the rod holder. So I don't burn myself. Unplugged it. That's alright. I'm gonna take a break for a little bit. Yeah, I'll take this rubber thing off of here. Need to match this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from down here and work my way up so that I can line the plastic up. Yeah, that's not working right. It's a little stretched out of shape, so I'm going to start down here. I might actually start from underneath. Come up and work my way to it. Yeah, whoever did that patch in the back did this one too, because look, it's that same multicolored plastic. Alright. Yeah. They did it here too. They didn't do nothing on the inside, so there's no support there. Alright, I didn't want to bore you with some of the same repairs, so I repaired this one off camera. The crack only went to about here, but I went ahead and wrapped the mesh all the way around. Through there. It still needs to be smoothed out. I still need to attach the mesh here on the bottom. I've already started on this other one. I've already got the mesh on there. As you can see, the crack went along this corner up here and then stopped about here. I don't know what this yellow stuff over here is, but I'm already thinking about taking it out to the lake right now. I mean, the only repair that's left is the one on the point, but I don't even care about that one. I can just throw a dab of some stuff on there real quick and it'll be done. But, yeah. She's ugly and big, but I'm gonna fill it with water. And then I realized too that the back end, I think it's supposed to be low like that because it's got scuppers in that same spot that looks low. And I don't know, it looks like it's supposed to be that way because it's right in the center. It's exactly the same on both sides. I grabbed one of my seats to put in here. Shit, I might just take it to the lake here in a little bit. Oh, I see what they did. They passed it and then it looks like they sprayed it with Flex Seal or leak seal or Rust-Oleum leak seal. That's what I use. I haven't finished these yet. I'm going to smooth them out, but it's pretty much done. Already fixed all the cracks it had. That's it, except for the one in the front, but that one's an easy fix. Malibu Extreme was extremely broken, but I'll put it next to this one. It won't look so big. This one's 20 feet long. That one I think is 15 or 16. I haven't measured it. I guess when you measure from the rudder it's 16. The Malibu Extreme is complete. All the little cracks have been patched. I put a seat in it. It's got all 3 hatches. They lock. They're good. The rudder system works. It's a Wilderness Systems rudder system. I don't know if that's going to stay with it or not. I might take it off and put it on my actual wilderness system. But this is a pretty long kayak. It should go pretty straight. I'm going to add deck rigging to it. That's the only thing I haven't done. It's missing a pad eye right here. It's missing a handle in the back. I'm probably going to replace that big ugly strap in the front with the handle. Yeah, it had a couple of cracks in it that I've repaired. I repaired the crack, and then I put a wire mesh in there. I melted the wire mesh into the plastic, and then I melted more plastic over it. This just needs a little smoothing on these. I just finished it like 20 minutes ago. Malibu Layaks. It's the extreme. I mean, I just sat and it's actually a pretty comfortable kayak, and they say it's got like a over 400-pound capacity, so that's a big guy kayak. I thought there was something wrong with the back because it was so low. I thought it should be up like this, but after lifting it up, looking under it, no, that's the way it's shaped. I thought that was collapsed or something, but it can't be collapsed because there's two scuppers. There's two scuppers right in here. So there's no way that could be collapsed. So it's got working hatches. This big hatch, you can put all your rods in there, all your gear. Well, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and send me $1.